What's going on, everybody? My name's Hugh Burns. I'm 24 years old. I struggle from addiction. I'm a recovering addict. And I just want to share a little bit about my story, my struggles, and my perspective on life. You see, growing up, I had everything I could ask for externally. That wasn't the problem. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But you know what the problem was I wasn't whole on the inside. I had something missing. See, I had a struggle with addiction, as well as my mother. My mother was such a beautiful person. There was just something about her, I can't even explain it, but she was an incredible human being. But the problem was, addiction controlled her life, and it took away the blessing that God gave her. And that was so sad to see. I saw addiction pull her life from under her, and she wound up losing her life in 2014. And as I watched all this happen and play out throughout my life, I told myself I'm never going to be an addict. But that's exactly what I became. I'm happy that I'm an addict, though, because I wouldn't be who I am today if I wasn't. You see, growing up, there was just this emptiness inside of me. I felt like I was different. I felt like just something was wrong. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I feel like I had to have drugs and alcohol in my system so that I can numb that emotion, so that I can be myself. And I truly started to like who I was when I was messed up more than I was sober. That's the person that I liked more, because I could express myself then, because I numbed my emotions. Because see, when I had my emotions, I cared what other people thought of me. And for that, I was reserved and timid, and I didn't like that. I wanted to escape. I dealt with a lot of guilt and shame in my life. I think that's where it came from. Towards the end of my mom's life, I was trapped in my own addiction. She would try to reach out to me and be the mother that she wanted to be, but I wouldn't let her. There was something inside of me that didn't allow it to happen. And for that, she felt all alone. She didn't know what to do, and she gave up. And man, I couldn't forgive myself, I was in detox when she passed. I was messed up at her funeral. Talk about the guilt and shame that I was feeling. I flew out to treatment the next day, filled with so much guilt and shame and hurt and sadness. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I tried to get sober over and over again in the past, but nothing was working. I kept resorting back to my old ways. People lost hope in me. People gave up on me. I gave up on myself. See, I went into treatment, and I just sat there every single morning and I prayed to hold on to something. I just wanted my mother to hear me. I just wanted my mother to know that I love her and that I want to make her proud. And I would pray every single morning for that. And I just wanted to know that she is up there looking down on me. That's the only thing I was holding on to. I would pray that every single morning. About a month and a half into treatment, one morning I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, threw my hands up. I said, God doesn't exist. My mom's not looking over me. I can't deal with myself. I'm a loser. I have nothing to hold on to. Nobody believes in me. I don't believe in me. And I pretty much gave up. I didn't know what else to do with my life. And I went and I shared that in a group. But see, here's the blessing. Later that day, I got a book in the mail from my father. He said, I've been looking through mom's stuff, and I think she got you this a while back. I was like, okay. A book called Wild Grace. I opened it up. There was a message in there that she wrote. She said, Huey, I know we've had our ups and downs. I just wanted to ask for your forgiveness. But most importantly, I want you to know it's okay to forgive yourself. I'm so proud of you, son. I love you forever, Mom. I got that on the day that I threw my hands up and said that I give up. Now, if that's not God working in my life, I don't know what is. That is a blessing. I hold that book on my dresser. That's what sparked a little bit of hope in me at that day, at that moment when I opened that book. And then something started to grow within me. You know, I still have my slip-ups after that. But see, something was different. I knew that there was a higher power. I know that there's a reason for me going through what I've been through. There's a reason I have my struggles. But now I know that my mother's looking down on me and that I'm going to be the best person that I can be on a daily basis. And if I keep doing the next right thing, I'm going to be able to fulfill my destiny and what I'm put on this earth to do. That moment I gave up, God reached his hand down on me and said, son, you have a purpose. Ever since then, I knew that I have a purpose in this world. My mom stays in my heart and she gives me the strength and courage. You know, I was so lost. I gave up. I didn't want to feel emotions. But you know what I'm starting to learn? What would be life without emotions? That's what life's about. Love, passion, caring. I'm finally starting to build a true relationship with my family. Because I'm working on myself, I'm learning to build a relationship with myself and learning to love myself. I'm able to build a relationship and be a big brother and be a better son. Man, life is beautiful. You know, and I sit here and I talk about this, but it's like everybody makes mistakes. I could slip up tomorrow. You know, I can't change the past. I can learn from the past. I can't change I can't control the future. But what I can control is me right here, right now. In the present. That's why I'm going to be the best Huey that I can be in the moment. And I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And I believe everything will fall into place. And see, I think that's my higher power working in my life. I know my mother's death didn't go in vain. See, that brings passion. That brings fire. That brings desire to be the best person that I can be. All that pain and struggle, I'm fueling to be good. See, I'm using that to fuel myself into pushing myself to be a better person. And one day at a time, I'm going to live my life. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do next week. I'm thinking about what I'm doing right now. And how can I better my life right now? And see, I know that there's hope today. I don't know. That's just a little bit about my perspective, a little bit what I'm about. I appreciate you listening. Thank you.